say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Friday, they'll be matching up with Derek White and the Boston Celtics. Then on Sunday, they'll tip off a road trip in Brooklyn where they'll take on the Nets.
And that one against the Bulls, that one, the 7th on the season for them. The team's still looking to improve each time they take the floor.
Look at the 76ers starting group. In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. Embiid is out there with Kelly Oubre, and it's George in at the 3. And for the Wizards, Carlton Carrington is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's Alexander Sarr. Then it's Chris Middleton, and it's George in at the 4. And with another season just getting underway, Tim, what kind of things are you looking for as you watch here courtside early on here in the season?
You want to see which players have made the progression in the offseason, added things to their games, particularly those young players that you know have a lot of potential. Have they added shooting range? Have they added things to their handle and give them a little bit more escapability?
Yeah, Middleton is a talented scorer from anywhere on the floor, goes to the paint and does his thing.
George sets a screen for Oubre, shoots the 3. Embiid, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And George kicks to McCollum. In the corner, Middleton with it. Just 5 to shoot. Can't hit from the corner. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And this Wizards team, Greg, giving its young players every opportunity to develop.
Yeah, these young guys were the NBA equivalent of drinking from a fire hose. But after years of just treading water and mediocrity, I think the fans appreciate the clear sense of direction from this group.
Offensive rebound. Good D by Embiid. So for Washington, their last game a loss to Charlotte. And stolen by Sarr. Here's Carrington. That's in, coming off the assist from McCollum.
Wow, what skill level to get that floater up and in right there. Nicely done.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Edgecombe. Really played well against Orlando in his last outing. George finds Embiid. Buries it down low.
From point-blank range, you won't see Embiid miss many.
.143 left in the first quarter. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
A bit ago, Brian Keefe and I were able to chat. I asked him what he told his guys before going up against Joel Embiid, and he said, quote, I told them to get into him. Always get a hand up and do your best to guard without fouling. Embiid excels at baiting defenders, but we can't afford to give him free points at the line. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. Now, here is George, following the miss by C.J. McCollum. Embiid kicks to George. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. George has got 7 points in the game. And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, you saw the communication breakdowns defensively, just giving up way too many open looks.
Well, they say film doesn't lie, and you could just imagine these guys watching this film. It's going to be an ugly sight for sure.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Corey Kispert comes in for Keyshawn George. And it's Johnson in for Carlton Carrington. Here's Johnson. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
Well, the key is to take what the defense allows. That is smart basketball.
Up top, Grimes. He's guarded by Johnson. Watford passes to Lowry. 6 on the shot clock. Gordon. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for Washington. It's a 5-point game. And Lowry has it in the corner. Pass to Watford. Here's Gordon. Now Drummond launches a 3. That shot no good. And that concludes the first quarter of play. 76ers ahead, leading by 5. We'll be back shortly, live from Washington. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, the energy was there. The communication was there. I think they can build on this going forward.
Taking a look at the 76ers, we've got Maxey. Watford out there with Gordon. Then there's Quentin Grimes. And it's Bona in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And the Sixers last season, Tim, winning less than half as many games as had been projected.
Well, the injury bug completely derailed their season. And by the tail end of that year, a low win total was actually in their best interest because they were trying to ensure they retained their top 6 protected pick.
Pass to Watford. And here's Maxey outside. Johnson with the rebound. Wizards trail by 9. Here's Cooper. From downtown. The rebound by Watford. It's deflected and stolen by Whitmore. Johnson finds Whitmore. Now Kispert. Here's Johnson. That shot off. Some solid defense from Maxey. Pass to Grimes. They set the screen. Takes the 3. And Tyrese Maxey with the 3. Maxey's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Thanks. With players signing rich extensions, highlighted by Devin Booker's 2-year, $145 million max contract, we're quickly approaching a time when so-called supermax players will be making over $1 million per game. As shocking as it sounds, the reality is that the best players are already worth more than that to their teams.
It's all about results. Thanks so much for the report, Shams. Teams will make substitutions. Right now, let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see the teams that really knew how to clog the passing lanes last season. 5th on the list, the 76ers.
You could tell by watching them how much they enjoyed playing defense. They seem to have an endless reserve of energy flying around and pressuring the basketball.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Middleton dishes to Johnson. You know, GA, you just can't say enough about the skill set of young Trey Johnson.
I mean, this guy came into the league ready. I really like how he gets to his shot, regardless of what the defense throws at him. And he can be dangerous if his defense gets to the same level as his O.
And the first one at the line is good. And this is the second full season for Brian Keefe as head coach of the Wizards.
Even in a rebuild, setting culture matters. Keefe's approach, accountability, teaching, and no shortcuts.
Paul George, he's checked in for the 76ers. Here's Watford. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Embiid. And stolen by Sarr. Johnson outside. Now Sarr. Here's Carrington. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
McCollum's checked in for the Wizards. Then for the 76ers, Kelly Oubre's checked in for Trendon Watford. And it's Edgecombe in for Quentin Grimes. And there's a minute 45 left in the first half of basketball. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, the Sixers are trying to pull it all together. Joel Embiid said, we still can compete for a championship, but this is going to take time. We have a lot of talent, but we still have to go out and actually do it. It's just hard. We've got a pretty good chance to accomplish something. Kevin, back over to you.
It's all about health. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Now, here's Maxey. Following the miss by C.J. McCollum. 5 to shoot. And here's Maxey outside. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. Wizards trail by 12. And George kicks to McCollum. George with the screen on Maxey. A 3 from McCollum. Oubre pulls it in.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here's Maxey. Pass to Oubre. Stolen. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Sarr. And Sarr throws it down.
And at 7'1", Sarr makes dunking look easy. The defense has to push him further from the rim.
Philadelphia leading by 10. Outside Maxey. It's George on the wing, defended by Middleton. And Paul George with the 3. George has got 10 points in the game.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
And so it's Philadelphia. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
Joel, you hold the lead now, but how do you build on that as the game continues?
Just keep being aggressive. And I thought we did a good job defensively, so we just got to keep being aggressive and making plays.
A lot of times defense leads to offense. Thanks, Joel.
Allie, thank you for that interview. And now we're at halftime. And we'll be back to bring you more basketball after this.
Hi, everybody. We've got your favorite segment on tap as we check out how the Eastern Conference is shaping up.
Taking a look here now at the 76ers. This team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things. And I got to say, they're looking almost as dominant as Kenny.
Easy, big fella, but I got to say, they are making it look easy here in this early part of the season, at least. And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for the Philadelphia 76ers.
This is a shooting clinic. And if I'm their coach, I'm not changing one thing.
Yeah, when a team is this and say they make it look easy, just like us in the studio.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
And what more can you ask of him? That is helping out your team.
And it's Maxey with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. They've got Chris Middleton. McCollum is out there with Carlton Carrington. Then it's Keyshawn George. And it's Sarr in at the 5. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Maxey trying to free himself up. Rebound, Washington. You know, Tim, throughout his career, C.J. McCollum has been the model of consistency.
Well, you can count on him to get you 20 with efficient shooting, Kevin. We've seen it now for over a decade. And I love his calm, steady demeanor. It stabilizes his team.
Middleton, the pass to George. Here's Carrington. And here's Middleton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. The lead now cut to single digits. Sarr's got the first points of the second half here for the Wizards. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Maxey looking it over. Here's Embiid. Embiid absorbs the contact on the finish.
Well, Embiid is a powerful player, one who is used to pushing his way through contact.
Middleton against George. Now here's Middleton, guarded closer. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Outside, Maxey. Pass to Edgecombe. Back to Maxey. Shot clock at 6.
2 minutes.
With some arc. Second chance effort. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And if you're going to foul Maxey, you better hit him. He is going to be able to make shots through contact.
Another young rising player in this league who's learning as he goes along is Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah, he continues to get more responsibility on his plate, and I think as he starts to embrace that leadership role a little bit more and become more vocal, I think then you're going to start to see Philly really do some great things.
Yeah, maturing before our eyes. McCollum passes to Johnson. McCollum with the screen for Johnson. Takes a shot at the elbow. It's hauled in by George.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Pass to Grimes. Now here's Embiid. No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. And he's good on the 3-ball. Maxey's got 6 here in this quarter. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thank you. Joel Embiid is trying to stay on the court, and to that end, he's lost weight and he's embraced wearing a knee brace. He said, it's the right thing to do, giving me the support for the rest of my career. It may not look as good as it used to, with the jab or the pull-up and all of that stuff, but it'll still work. Guys?
You got it, trying to stay healthy. Thanks a lot, Allie.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And they just keep building out this lead. With each made basket, their confidence increases.
Kicks it out to McCollum. Over Maxey. And again, Washington no good.
Well, you have a feeling this would be a completely different game if it wasn't for his brutal shooting performance.
Back to George. Embiid with the screen on George. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Saw the pass to Johnson. Here's McCollum. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. McCollum's got his second basket of the night.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. 76ers lead by 16. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, playing for one another. That's the definition of teamwork.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. Actually out there with Quentin Grimes. Then there's Gordon. Then there's Trendon Watford. And it's Bona in at the 5, roaming the paint. You know, the pregame routine is something I know you embraced, and we see that with guys like Curry and Durant. We've heard a lot about what they do. What was the most important part of your pregame regimen, Tim?
Well, you know, Kevin, for me, I was really going to be judged based on catch and shoot percentages. Can I get off threes and can I make threes? So for me, it was all about high volume three-point shooting before the game, getting comfortable from every spot on the floor where I may get a shot.
And same routine every game?
Every game, same thing, and I made sure, of course, I finished on that make.
Wow. And the basket by Johnson.
And I like the fact they didn't settle there. They worked for a higher percentage shot.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Here's Maxey. Jumper is off.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
Kispert on the wing. On the wing, Whitmore. Covered by Watford. Johnson surveying the floor. The 3 is off.
Well, unfortunately, his poor shooting is not helping their case here.
Here is Gordon. 12-footer. Gets it.
You know, maybe save that fadeaway move for when he really needs it.
And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keith. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Count it!
Look at McCollum just going to work. So good at using his creativity to find shots inside.
Here's Oubre. Oh, what a finish!
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. They trail by 16. Middleton outside. Oh, what an assist. Leading him to the bucket.
Showing some strength on that finish. Sarr just pushing through that contact.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Here's Maxey. We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things in winning plays that went unnoticed, they won't be overlooked much anymore.
Oubre outside. Now George tries it yet again, and that one is good.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really really got to give it up here for Philadelphia.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooting.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Tyrese Maxey.
He impacted the game in a multitude of ways. Anytime they needed a big play, no matter what it was, he came through.
Now Middleton launches it. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
Paul, what a great team effort defensively. What were the points of emphasis?
You know, we do a great job of helping one another and being in gaps. And, you know, if we're going to get beat, it's going to have to be, you know, beaten by contested shots and the ball being swung. You know, so that's what we have to do. We have to sit down, guard guys, and, you know, make them play on the offensive end as a team.
Defense certainly has to be a full team effort, and it paid off tonight. Thanks, Paul.
Good stuff, Allie. Thanks. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. See you later.